Hello and welcome back to the Lord Fan Gaming Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I'm your host Lord Fan. In this Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic build video, we're going to go ahead and build up our character as we see before you, Jolee Bindo. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Do not forget to hit the notification bell so we'll be updated and more. Here's the pros and cons for Jolee. First of all, pros, he's a Jedi Consular. So in other words, you have a lot of force power. That's right, a huge selection of it. Another thing is, since he is a gray Jedi, he won't get penalized for either light or dark side power. So you get to dip into both, which is good. Another thing I would probably say for this build, he has a lot of wisdom and that'll help out big time. Now, disadvantages, his melee combat ain't that great, number one. Number two, he's lacking feats. And number three, he cannot use light or dark side equipment, unfortunately. So let's go over Jolee's stats. Here are Jolee's starting stats. Strength is 12, dexterity 16, pretty good for this class. Constitution 12, intelligence 12, constitution's alright. Wisdom 15, we'll definitely get that up there. Charisma 15. Yeah, we'll get 1 point at least for that department. His save throws are really good. They're also nicely balanced too. As for equipment, he starts out with a Jedi Knight robe and a lightsaber. We'll give him some items though, just to really get him up there. So after that, we're going to go ahead and go over his feats, force powers, and of course what skills he's good in. Yeah, unfortunately I cannot get any headgear since he is a Jedi too. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this up and then quickly get to the last part. As for skills, his only really good skill is awareness. You could focus on, or if you want to, treat injury. I probably focus more on awareness so he helps us spot things we should be able to spot. As for feats, powers next. He has heal. He has force valor, which is good. Affect mind, stun. The droid stun line. Also, he has force push and lightsaber throw. He'll have more than that, just trust me. As for feats, he does have the standard Jedi ones, including lightsaber proficiency, and also the force focus feats. We'll definitely get that up there big time. And dueling, he has already 2 ranks in dueling, so building him will be much more easier. So let's go ahead and level up Jolee. It's time to go ahead and level up Jolee. So Jolee default level is Jedi Consular 6. So we'll get him to level 7. Skills, it's going to be awareness or treat injury. We'll get treat injury to 5 and stop there. Unfortunately, there is no feats like to apologize. However, force powers, let's go ahead and grab them. I'm going to go ahead and say this. Now we're going to get burst of speed. So Jolee will have double the speed and +2 defense when he does use it. That's it for this level. Now we're at level 8. This is the level of force, which is 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. That means you get your attribute points up. So right away, when we get 1 point of charisma, after that, from this point on, we'll focus into wisdom. So 1 point of charisma, that should do it. And that should be it for the attribute points distribution. As for skills, awareness, from here on out, all points will go into awareness. As for powers, you guessed it. We're going to go ahead and see what I could do. I'm going to go select, let's make sure I pick the right one. Energy resistance. Jolee himself will gain 15 points of damage resistance for sonic, fire, cold, and electric. And we're done leveling up. Now we're at level 9. So let's go ahead and get to that, shall we? Skills, awareness, put 1 point into that. Now we'll finally get ourselves a feat. Yeah, Jedi Consulars are feat starving, so they won't get much feats throughout their leveling up. What we're going to do is master dueling. Might as well get that DPS up there, which is +3 to attack and +3 to defense every time you have a weapon in one hand only. It's pretty good, just trust me. Especially for this character. We're going to do stasis. What stasis does is a whole one opponent longer than the previous one. Pretty good to have. Now we have another force power we get to spend on. Night Valor. So all party members get +3 attribute points, immunity to poison, and other goodies too. Now we're at level 10. We're halfway through the leveling. Yeah, 20 is the cap. For skill, put your point in awareness. Everybody should know by now we're focusing on that 100%. As for force powers, okay, we're going to go ahead and select. We can't do destroy droid or the stun line. Instead, we're going to do night speed. So you see Jolee will now gain his 4 defense, 1 attack per round, and double the speed, which is really OP for this character. It's time to go ahead and give Jolee another level. So we're now at the ladder 10 levels. So for level 11, we're going to do awareness. We're going to be able to do that anyway, so we'll hit the OK on that. As for force powers, we can't get the 2 good ones. Instead, I am going to go ahead and let's see which one I'm going to select. I decided to do, let's go ahead and make sure I can do everything else, is improve energy resistance. It's like the previous one, except for it is party-wide. So your party will now get the benefits of absorbing the 15 points in Sonic, Fire, Cold, and Electric. And that's it for this level. Now we're at level 12. This is one of those, another one of those levels of 4. Yeah, I guess it. So we're going to put points in the Wisdom now. So we're going to go ahead and load Jolee up with Wisdom. So he's at 16 Wisdom, which is pretty good. So for skills, put a point in Awareness. You should know the drill by now. As for feats, we got 2 free ones. Now, the first one is Master Force Focus, adds +4 to difficulty challenge this way. It'll be hard for foes to resist our stuff. And the other one is we get +6 defense. Now, I decided to pick Weapon Focus Lightsaber, give him a little bit of pop in Lightsaber damage. So in case he does need to go into combat, well, he'll have some help. Now, since it's level 12, I rushed to destroy droid because it'll affect all droids. It's AoE, and if it does connect, they are really destroyed. In other words, they'll take massive damage. Pretty OP light side force power. Let's level up to, you guessed it, level 13, everyone. Jolee is crowd controlling, helping out to kick some butt. He's awesome. So let's do awareness and stop there after that. Force powers, we get 2. Yeah, you guessed it. His Jedi class allows 2 from time to time. So I'm going to go ahead and see which one I could do. The first one I'm going to go ahead and select is Force Suppression. This will cancel out Tier 1 and Tier 2 Force Powers. Really nice to have. And the other one I decided to go for is, let me see here, where is it at? I decided to go for is the slow line. Because I want to get plague, because if you combine that with certain force powers, it's really OP. Slow does is -2 defense, reflex saves, and attack rolls, which is pretty nice though. And Jolee could use it without being penalized since he is a gray Jedi. And we're done with this level. It's time to go ahead and get Jolee, you guessed it, to level 14. At this point, Jolee's doing well for the party, crowd control, buffing up the party, and many other things too. Put a point in awareness for your skills. Sorry, no feats. As for force powers, yeah, you will get 1. However, selection slim. I was thinking about heal, but I said nah. Cure's good enough. Force whirlwind's not bad at all. I decided to do affliction because what this does is it'll poison the target unless a 4-2 save happens, and that's a direct challenge of 20. So when your foes get a hit with affliction, they lose 1 attribute point for every 3 seconds over 21 seconds. This is pretty good to have, by the way. Jolee is a middle-of-the-road Jedi, so you can use that without any penalties. Now we're at level 15. Yep, you guessed it. So things are definitely looking up for our Jedi here. Skills, we're going to do is 1 point in awareness. That's about it. As for feats, yes, we do get feats for this level, so don't worry. I'm going to go ahead and build up his toughness. Reason being is I want to make sure it's up there. So let me make sure that is correct. Yeah. Now, toughness does is gives you 1 extra vitality point every time you level up. This bonus is retroactive, so Jolee will start to get some more vitality points, aka hit points for this game. So we'll hit the OK button. Now, force powers. We're going to go ahead and do a stasis field. This is like a AoE crowd control against non-droids unless they resist. This is really powerful OP, great for scoundrels in your party to attack after. It is now time to get to, you guessed it, level 16. This is level 4s, so put your point in the wisdom. Yeah, that's right. By the time this build video is over, Jolee will have 18 wisdom. Awareness, put 1 point into that, and that should do it. Force powers. I feel at this point, since I got crowd control, I might as well do Master Valor. That's 5 attribute points for all party members, buffed up, immunity to poison, and other goodies too. And that's it for this level. Let's go for the next one. Now we're at level 17 for Jolee. He's doing great. He's starting to really help out with the buffs. He's OP at this point for using force powers. Put a point in awareness, and that should do it. Let's go ahead and make sure nothing else. Sorry, no feats. Now we're going to do Master Speed. This will, if I remember correctly, double your speed, 2 attacks per round, and 4 defense himself. So Jolee buffs himself up with that, and he's good to go. Now we get ourselves another point, you guessed it, to put into force powers. I am decided to do, let's see here, Force Breach. Now this will get rid of not only tier 1 and 2 force buffs, it'll get rid of tier 3. It'll get rid of them all, so definitely want this. Very useful towards the end game too, I will definitely mention. That should do it for this level, so let's go ahead and get the next level out of the way. Now we're at level 18, closer to the level 20 cap. Yeah, 20 is the cap in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1. Skills, put a point in awareness. That should do it. Feats, on the other hand, we are only one selection I want, and that is improve toughness. This does is has the previous bonus feats and plus subtracts 2 points of damage. Pretty good to have in case things get a little bit hairy. Since we have another force power, we're going to do is Plague. So what Plague does is your target will start to lose 12 points from each of the physical attributes. That's 1 point over 12 seconds. Cannot be resisted. Just trust me. This is really OP. Many people use this in endgame. It can tear the competition apart, and that should do it for this level. Now we're at level 19, closing on that level 20. So let's go ahead and get Jolee, our favorite gray Jedi, that level. Put a point in awareness, and that should do it. As for force powers, we got one choice. I felt like at this point, since I got all the goodies, I could have done was the one we call it force push line. Instead, I decided to do wound. Now, wound does is it causes great pain to your target. Attacking them, they'll take some damage unless it gets resisted, and it's based off your character's wisdom and charisma. And Jolee has a bunch of good stuff in that, so we'll select that, and that should be it for this level. So let's go ahead and go for the last level. This is it, everyone, level 20. So it's your last time to go ahead and select what you need to select. Attribute points, put 1 point of wisdom. That'll be 18 wisdom, and that should definitely do it. So let me go ahead and select that. Now, next up on the list is skill. Put a point in awareness and stop right there. So we'll finish that. As for force power, we only be able to select 1. I thought we'd select 2, but no. We'll do is choke. Choke is more powerful than the last one. They'll get penalties to constitution, strength, and dexterity. And it's really good to have too. I kind of wish we had another force point. I would have put a point in the kill. Then Jolee would have been OP'd, but he had force push, and I kind of ruined it. But still, it's good to have. So I'll select choke and end the build video at that point anyways. Once I'm done selecting it, then that should be it for leveling up our Jolee, the Gray Jedi. You guessed it, to level 20. Let me go ahead and select that. And that should definitely do it. Another alternative thing you could have done was Force Whirlwind. It's a nice crowd control too, but we already have enough of those. And that is it for Jolee for level 20. So for our next portion of this build video, it will be party members and what party members should team up with Jolee. Let's go ahead and talk about party members. So if, for instance, your character is a Guardian or a Sentinel, Jolee is great. I'll explain more about why two consulars is great together later on in this portion of this guide. So Canderous, Karth, Big Z, all 3 of those are great tanks. If you want a full Jedi party, Juhani is great for tanking, always going first too. Now, if your main character in Jolee wants to take T3-M4, that's fine, but both Jedis will have to do the heavy load. HK-47 bring along just for conversation, and that's about it. Now, if you have your character as a consular, Jolee's 1-2, and you have mission, Well, Jolee starts to do your crowd control, then send your other two characters in to do that sneak attack damage. It's really OP'd and wrong. So Jolee will definitely fit in most party situations, which is really good. Next part of this build video is talk about gear advice. I'm going to go ahead and talk about gear advice, so let me go ahead and say this now. What's bad about Jolee is he's a gray Jedi. That means he cannot use light and dark side exclusive equipment, unfortunately. However, he still can use some of the nice ones too. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is go and tell about what equipment he could definitely want to use. So here we go on the gear advice. Let's go ahead and talk about implants. Unfortunately, Jolee cannot use any of those. Yeah, no implant feats. Headgear, combat sensor, +2 dex. The bonus feat is weapon focus and blaster pistol and rifle. We'll ignore those. We're doing for the dex. Location on the planet Mon at Tarvok's shop. The other option, in case you can't get the other one yet or someone else using it, is the Verpine Ocular Enhancer, +1 dex. Resist 5/ versus Sonic. Locations on Korriban. For some reason, you cannot use those two at all. Definitely look for the will save and or awareness headgear. So let's go to the next section for gear. Let's talk about the hands and gloves. The Dominator Gauntlets, that's +5 strength. Special shop on Korriban. If for some reason that is bugged out, sell for the +1 through 4 strength ones, the +4 ones. You have to do a dark side act. In other words, the Mon bounty hunting quest to get the +4 ones to drop. If you don't want to go for strength, another option is the dexterity ones. There's a good +3 dexterity one out there. Now, next up is Arms aka Shield, the Verpine prototype shield. Now, this does absorbs 120 points in the following categories: energy, sonic, cold, and heat damage. If you don't want to spend money on that, then go ahead and use the improved energy resistant force power. Jolee has it. He'll be great with it. So let's go ahead and talk about the last section of gear. Next up are the belts. I decided to go dex for this one. The Bragwin stealth unit, that's +3 dex. Skills is awareness +4 and stealth +10. This is mainly for dex for Jolee. Location, Yavin, after the 5th star map is done. One is sold there. You just got to clear the area. Next up is Adrenaline Stimulator. That is +2 dex. And all save throws is +4. Location, Korriban, special shop. For some reason, you cannot get that shop either by bug or you're not progressing through the story yet. Then go ahead and sell for any of the save throw ones. As for body, unfortunately, Jolee is stuck with, you guessed it, the Master Jedi robes. They are really common. So mainly on the planet Mon, Korriban, Leviathan, you name it. They drop all the time. That is it for gear. Next part of this build video is lightsaber crystals. Next up for Jolee are the lightsaber crystals. Please note I'll list definitely both of the middle lightsaber crystals, even though they should be on your main character. Now, since Jolee, you guessed it, is a gray Jedi, I will not list the light side one, since he won't be able to use the light side of the Force properties. So let's begin with the crystals, shall we? First of all is the Ampari crystal. That is +3 attack, 1 through 8 energy damage, location endgame. Pawn, that is 1 through 6 physical damage, location Korriban. However, you have to do a dark side act in order to get this. Now, last but not least, the Kryak, Dragon Pearl for this section. That's +2 attack and +2 energy damage, location Tatooine for both. That's dark side act for both. Light side is only one you get. So let's get to the last part of the crystals. Let's go ahead and talk about the Ophelia crystal. That is 3 energy damage and massive criticals. When you do a critical hit is 2 through 12 damage. Location 2, Tatooine and Korriban. Now the middle crystals, this is just there for reference. Hearted Guardian and Mantle of the Force. Both are at the Yavin station after the 5th star map. Mantle of the Force is the best of the 2 middle crystals, so definitely do not give it to Jolee. Only give Hearted Guardian to Jolee if you decide not to give anything to Juhani or anybody else who uses a lightsaber, or if you're not dual wielding. Well, that is it for crystals. Next part of the video will be combat and tactics for Jolee. Jolee's combat role is simple: crowd control and or go on the offensive. Now, if you have someone like Candace in your party, have them come in first, and distract the foes while you, for example, use stasis field, or if there's some droids in the area, the kill droid line. And as always, buff up before you do start the battle. Yeah, Jolee will be your buffer too. You want him to buff. Now, I have the Scoundrel team, so what I would do is probably number 1, hit stasis field on the fleshlings, or the stun droid line on the droids. So once all foes are stunned, then what happens next is just send in your Scoundrels second, or any of the offensive people, and just hack away. Now, because they're all crowd control, 2 of our Scoundrels, which is my main character at the time and mission, is really tearing it up. So just remember, you're a buffer and a crowd controller as Jolee, and that is a great thing. Last part of the video I'm going to talk about is final advice. Here's some final advice before I do end the video. Have Jolee always buff up. Make sure someone else goes in first to tank/distract. If not, immediately have Jolee use his crowd control force powers. Like, for example, the stun line and the stun droid line is great too. If you want to, just have Jolee stand back and start using other force powers, like, for example, choke, plague, and etc. If you decide to get force lightning for Jolee, then have him stand back and cast that like crazy. As for equipment, just definitely look for hand-me-down gear. You cannot use any of the light or dark side robes, unfortunately, but the Master Jedi robes are good too. Other than that, Jolee is a fun character to play and a real great party member to have. Well, everyone, this is it for my Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic Jolee Bindo build video. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Thanks for watching and have a great day or night. Please stay safe. Please subscribe to my channel for more guides and builds just like this. If you like what you see, then pick my suggestion on the upper left hand corner of the screen, or YouTube suggestion on the bottom left hand corner of the screen. Have a great day or night, and may the Force be with you.
Ha!